Hey everyone, this is Jerm, and Aftermath is now out, so I'm sure a lot of you have been playing it already and playing the new game mode, Scavenger. I actually really like Scavenger. I've played precisely 2 rounds so far, but I actually am pretty good at it. I don't mean that to brag. Any of you who've watched my gameplay know that I'm by no means one of the better players in Battlefield 3. I would like to call myself deliciously average, but anyway, Scavenger is really awesome. What I like about Scavenger, actually one of the biggest things I like about it has nothing to do with the game type, it's just that there's not as much ammunition in the guns. Why do I like that? I like that because people can get a really nice gun, but they have to be careful. They can't just spray bullets everywhere. You have to be a little more cautious or you will very quickly run out of bullets. Now, in case you don't know what Scavenger is, or you haven't got a chance to play it, Scavenger is a game mode where it's pretty much infantry conquest, but you start out with a handgun. Any handgun you have unlocked, and then around the map there will be various places with a chevron above them with a 1, 2, or 3 chevrons to designate the quality of weapons. And you can pick up other weapons from there, and they normally have 1 to 2 magazines, depending on the magazine size. And you have to capture points, and everything else is pretty much just like Conquest. Now, something I thought is interesting is that they let you choose whatever handgun you like. So I, of course, immediately went to the G18 and then later the G18 suppressed because those are my go-to handguns. I am not one of the most accurate players in the game, so especially when it comes to handguns, I like to have my spray and pray options open, and this is actually really good for that. But no, my recommendation if you're just starting out in Scavenger is to go with the G18 or the G18 suppressed, unless there's another handgun you're really good with, just because that will give you the most flexibility in using it like an SMG. Because really, within 15 feet, if you're judicious with your spraying, the G18 and the G18 suppressed are essentially a little SMG. What I would do is play this like normal Conquest, just a little more cautiously entering. If you can get the drop on people, you can almost assuredly do just as well, even if you have only a handgun. This isn't like normal game modes where gun choice really does matter a lot. It does in this, but really your strategy matters a lot more. And what I find to be the best strategy is not to stay and fight over points, but just to rush from point to point. If one's just been captured, get in right behind it, run past it a little bit, try to wipe out everyone who just captured it and left, and then just capture it back. Because this is a points game. This is a tickets game. It's not, you know, I mean, you can play it just for kills. You will likely get a lot of kills, though, if you're just focused on capturing points as quickly as possible and running. Because of the style of the map and the fact that you don't have a lot of ammunition, you will not be able to have a really good defense. You have to keep moving. It's going to be hard to stay on a point for very long because you simply will run out of bullets. No one can resupply you, no one can heal you when you get hurt. You know, you only have 2 magazines, so you really have to be very careful. You do get more magazines for your sidearm, which is nice, but you're going to have to keep moving to find more guns, so my recommendation is just to keep kind of a lap going around the map, a gentle, nice lap. I would say, you know, like older games that have had Scavenger-style modes, you should just memorize where all the good spawns are, but they do switch up what spawns at each thing, so, which actually I think is nice. It keeps people from just abusing that system, and it means they have to just keep moving the whole time. Now, something I did find interesting is the chevrons. There's the chevrons 1, 2, and 3 above each gun, either 1, 2, or 3, and that's, I guess, supposed to designate how good of a gun it is, but I didn't really find that accurate, because there are quite a few times where a 2 or a 3 I didn't find to be very useful. In such a fast-paced game like this, I actually thought the LMGs were fairly worthless. They do have the large magazine sizes, but a lot of them also have a lot of recoil, and I just didn't think they were that useful. The most useful were assault rifles and shotguns. So I really liked a lot of the only 1 chevron or 2 chevron guns. So don't worry too much whether or not you're picking up a 1 chevron or a 2 chevron, and I wouldn't worry so much about exactly what you're picking up. If you've just spawned, first one you see, just pick it up. You can always drop it when something better comes along, but it's good to have a backup so that you have something to switch to instead of reloading if you get backed into a corner. That's what I always did. I would pick up guns like the MK3A1, which I'm not really a fan of, but all I had to do was have it in my back pocket in case someone surprises me. I can switch to it, and then as soon as I come across an assault rifle or an SMG or pretty much anything else, I can switch off to it. One thing I did find interesting is that there are actually bolt-action snipers on these maps. Now, it's not interesting because no one would use them. I know a lot of people like them, but being that this is such a fast-paced game, I'm actually a little bit curious why they decided to put bolt actions in there. I guess for people who are really good at hip firing or quick scoping, they can still be useful, but for everyone else, it seems like that would just slow them down. I very, very briefly used a sniper rifle, then I dumped it for something else, but really kind of the standard stuff that people use in close quarters is probably what you're going to be seeing the most of. This game type plays very, very similar to close quarters, and that's not a bad thing. I really enjoy close quarters, so more stuff like that is really good. Now, in future videos, I'll be talking more about the maps and everything, but if you haven't tried Scavenger yet, I would definitely hop in there, have some fun. It's a really great game type. Last bit of advice, forget about the crossbow. Do not try to use the crossbow for Scavenger. The crossbow is cool, but it's essentially useless if you want to win. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like or a comment, and I will see you later.